Hi, welcome to my journey into another mini planner grocery haul. We are still sticking with the high protein. I think I made a very good high protein meal plan this week. And of course, you know that I cook the same meals for my husband and me. He likes to eat protein, but he's not on a diet, so to speak. But I like to cook the same thing for both of us because I'm not going to make two different meals. I don't even want to make one meal, and y'all know that. So I'm not going to make two different meals. If I had to make two different meals, I probably just wouldn't eat. I'd probably just eat some cheese sticks and call it a day. That's just being honest with you. So anyway, everything that I tell you this week does not mean I'm going to eat it all. By now you can pick out what I'm going to eat. The protein and anything out of the garden. So there you go. And the complex carbs. I am adding those back in, and I think it's doing really well. So we will start for tonight. This is Friday. We are having spaghetti. For those of you who are more refined than me, that is spaghetti. I have always called it spaghetti, and I will continue to call it spaghetti. Some people don't like that. Can you believe that? Some people are so worried about what I call a food. With everything in the world you could worry about, they're worried about me calling spaghetti. So let me say it one more time. I'm having spaghetti. Patty sketty. There you go. And garlic bread. And corn on the cob from the garden. Then Saturday, I was going to make these last week, and something happened. We had something else. I don't even remember what happened, but we made something else. So I'm going to try to make those roast beef chaffle sandwiches again. I got the roast beef, which last week I didn't even buy. Hold on. All right. Listen, we're the old timers that still have a landline. The roast beef chaffle sandwich. That was a request of David's. And it works out because it's high protein, low carb. Sunday, I want hot dogs. We're having hot dogs. I have, I was going to set on one video, I said, well, I'll eat them without a bun. But no, I have low carb bread. I'll eat them like I grew up eating them. You didn't have to have no hot dog bun. You put it on a piece of loaf of bread and pinched it up and eat it. That's what you did. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out my soda bread and make me a hot dog with some fries. And I'm going to make my homemade chili and homemade slaw. Then Monday, this was a request of David's, shake and bake chicken. So there's high protein. A little bit of carbs in the coating, but not much sticks to it, so I don't count that. I mean, I don't worry about it. I ain't counting it either. I ain't counting nothing. This is also a request of his. The broccoli and cheese rice-a-roni. He loves that stuff. So he requested that this week. So I'm going to put it together right there. Now, I just noticed I put garden corn just a few days away from corn on the cob, but that's okay. This is just garden corn that I cut off the cob. So that's what that'll be. Tuesday, meatloaf. It was funny because I was watching Joan's video last week, and she had made meatloaf. I'm like, aha, I got meatloaf on my menu this week. And we didn't even talk about it. So meatloaf and lima beans, because I got so many lima beans. I kept buying them thinking I didn't have them. And then he also wants some macaroni and cheese, my good old home kind you bake. And I'm not baking a full one because we'll eat it. And I'm not making me any. I'm not. I have these little dishes that I can make individual mac and cheese. I perfected the recipe for the little dish that I have. And I'm going to make him two. One for here and one to take to work. And that'll be the end of the macaroni and cheese. He'll get his fix. I don't have to be faced with cheating with it because I could eat my head size bowl of it. It's so good. And then Wednesday, Italian chicken breasts. Those are the ones that we got at Sam's. They were pre-cooked, you know, where you get your pre-cooked foods in Sam's. And I brought them home and individually wrapped them in plastic wrap and then put them in a freezer bag. And so they're already cooked and everything. All I gotta do is pull them out, thaw them, heat them up. Smashed potatoes, that was also his request. He said, you haven't made any of them mashed up taters that you used to make. All right, we'll have the. I got some little taters in there. I was going to put in some green beans, and I kept forgetting to do it, so I'm going to smash them. I used to always do smashed red potatoes, but I'll do the taters I got. And some greens. That's from the garden. And then Thursday, stew beef with some potatoes and carrots and green beans. So I think that is a good week of food. Wish me luck of feeling like cooking it. Therein lies the rub. Now, there will not be a prep this week because I need a break from it and I need a break from eating it. I'm tired of eating the same thing. I get that way. I'll do it, for a while, and then I'm tired of it. I'm like, no, I can't do this. Now, y'all know I don't like to cook breakfast. I like my breakfast ready when I get up. But I'm just going to have to get over it. If I want to eat, either fix the breakfast and eat or fast until lunchtime. I got it. That's my two choices. So I've got a list of 6 things here that are high protein, low, simple carb that I can choose from. I didn't put a specific day. Just here's 6 things. Pick one and make it that day. Same with my lunches. High protein, low, simple carb. I got 6 of those to choose from. And what I'm going to do is, knock on wood, I'm going to try to make a breakfast video and a lunch video. So that will give you some options of things that you may or may not have thought of. So that is my goal going forward this week. So the groceries came from Walmart's pickup. Nope. Delivery. And Food Line, and just a few things from Publix. There's a few things that you can only get at Publix, and I stuck to it. I just got the few things that I needed to get. So that is where the groceries come from. I think it looks like a good menu. We're going to stick with some protein, some low simple carbs, and there you go. So let's turn around and look at the groceries. Here is my little Walmart's. It's not very big. It was a little bit pricey because you'll see some of the things I got. But anyway, got David's skim milk, and you'll notice there's no almond milk. I was not hardly drinking almond milk this past week, so I still have some. That is very unusual. And then the flips he wanted this week, he wanted the birthday cake. He wanted peach, but they didn't have it. So I found this, cinnamon French toast. I thought I'd have him try that. And then this I thought I'd have him try because he likes a good eclair dessert, chocolate eclair dessert. So I thought he'd love that. And then he wanted the peanut butter cup. But the only one they didn't have was the peach. I guess it's a very popular one. And then he wanted this honey pecan cream cheese because he was looking at all the bread we have in the freezer. I said, we have it because we're not eating it. I'm staying away from bread myself. He goes, well, we got to eat it. I'm like, I know. So he found my pumpkin swirl bread that I use for the French toast casserole. And I have it separated out in like 2 different portions. He said, well, give me some of that pecan cream cheese and I'll start eating on that. So that's what that's for. And then these Simply potatoes, those are his too. Now for the bacon, I got this for the freezer because we used all of ours. I'm going to cut it in half and do like I did the other ones. I just cut it straight in half and wrapped each half individually and froze it. And that worked out perfect. This is for me this week, because I have some things I want to use bacon, and instead of using that, I'm actually going to use this. I know. And then, oops, it's upside down. These are David's, the turkey sausage patties. They're actually good. I don't know why I never think to get them for myself. I just don't. But anyway, those are his. And then we needed some more broccoli. You know what broccoli is. And some more butter-flavored cooking spray. And I used my last Alfredo last night, so I went ahead and replaced that. And then this was a request from David. He wants some of that cheddar broccoli rice. That was one of his requests this week. And then we needed to replace our green chilies. And I needed 1 can of black beans for lunch. And then 1 to put on the shelf because I had let myself run out. And then these are... and hot dog buns for hot dogs. I'll eat mine without. And then these are some things for my food this week. This is the Banza chickpea pasta because it's got protein. Oh, that's fine. And I've had it before. It's not bad pasta. So, here we go. 2 ounces dry. Total carbs 34, fiber 5, but 11 grams of protein in pasta. So that's why I decided to get this. I got the cavatappi, I'm not really sure. And then These, Holly found these, and I'm like, well, gotta try them. The Reese's peanut butter protein bars and the Hershey's cookies and cream protein bars. These have, let's see, this one is 230 calories, 25 carbs minus 5 fibers, and 18 proteins. So it's high carb, but it's a very good treat. If you think you need a candy bar, this is going to be one to eat instead of going to a candy bar. Oh, David come walking in with a, oh, what did you get, honey?
Safety
Hold
service,
on.
Safety Service Awards. 20 years safe driving, 20 years safe work.
You know I'm looking at you, right?
Okay.
You was looking down there.
I thought you was pointing at that.
What's in that big box?
That's my 20 year safe service award. 20 years.
Let me see. Let me see. Uh-oh, that went in the garbage. Listen, I hope y'all don't mind. He just walked in. I knew he had his award meetings last night, but I didn't know. Oh, look at there. Oh, there's something in it. Oh, is that Tobin's card or something?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice. 20 years of service, which he's actually been there longer, but that's just 20 years.
Yeah,
Look at there.
I've actually been there 21.
20 years safe driving.
Yeah.
That's my man right there.
2 million miles safe driving.
2 million miles safe driving.
Yep.
You can't beat that with a stick, y'all. I don't care who you are. And then they must have fed them because they got a Chick-fil-A box.
Yeah, sure did.
All right, well, I'm going to get back to my groceries. Tell him how proud you are of him. Okay, they said it.
Okay.
And then the Reese's. You know that's the one I needed to try. Let me find it. 240 calories, 25 carbs minus 10. Oh, it's got 10 fibers in that one and 18 grams of protein. So even if you just wanted a little snack, you could cut it in half and just have half. You don't have to eat the whole bar. You know what I mean? So I got those. And then these I got for lunch too. We used to eat these a lot, but we had the Boca Burgers. You remember those? Well, the Morningstar Farms products are really good. They're no meat. They're well, plant-based. I can't think of the word. I don't know if you can. I guess you consider them vegetarian. Anyway, one burger is 140 calories. I'm trying not to blind you. 8 carbs minus 3 fibers, so there's 5 net carbs and 16 grams of protein in one burger. So that is that. And then I got Jacob. Some cookies. That's right. And some Capri Sun. Listen, Momos do what Momos do. All right, well, there is my Walmart's. Next up will be Food Line. All right, here is my Food Line. They had what I considered a decent sale on hamburgers, 85%. It was $5.49 a pound. For this day, I thought it was good. 85 is good, tasty. And like it's halfway between lean and the delicious 80%. So I picked up 6 of those. And then I need to replace David's tea, and I get it the cheapest anywhere at Food Line. You have to order it at Walmart's, and it's a lot more expensive. And a pack of eggs. And then, whoops, the produce here. We got some raspberries, a couple oranges and apples for David, a couple tomatoes. I just picked up 3 loose carrots because we're not going to eat a whole bag of carrots. I'm putting some in my roast or stew beef. Yeah, stew beef. And that's all we're going to eat. That might even be one too many. And some avocados and bananas and a cucumber. Oh, and these apple slices for me. David cuts his and eats it. This is the perfect size for me because it's not a whole apple. And it's just the right amount. Makes some PB fit. To dip it in, it's really good. And then this is for meals this week. Some roast beef for our roast beef chaffles. And this, look at this. This is so funny. I just want one sandwich. I just needed one slice. It was 32 cents. I did not want to buy a whole pack of ham that I was not going to eat. It was probably going to go to the bad. When, look, I could spend 32 cents and get exactly what I needed. And she was more than happy to oblige. So there was that. Then I had to run to Publix because my Sola, they have the blueberry muffins bagels in a different place from the loaf bread, different part of the freezer. I just found it by accident. I was so happy I got 2 of them. This was the last loaf of my solar bread. Let's see. There we go. 8 grams of fiber, 40 calories a slice, 0 grams of sugar, 1 gram net carbs, and it's got some good protein in it too. 4 grams of protein for 1 slice of bread. And then the bagels, we got 29 grams of fiber, 4 net carbs, 0 added sugar, 14 grams of protein. You can't beat that with a stick, and they are delicious. I was so happy to find them. Oh, and I forgot to show y'all on my other one. I got some Cokes at Walmart's. I was like, oh, I set them up there when I brought them in. I'm like, I think I forgot to show you, because sometimes we need Cokes. And then while I was at Publix, I picked up turkey tenderloins. I've been wanting my recipe that uses the cranberry sauce, and I have the homemade cranberry sauce that is so delicious. And I've just been wanting it. And y'all know how I feel about turkey, but that's a really good recipe. So they're the only place I can find them, the only store I can find them in. So I thought, well, I go ahead and get it. You can see they're expensive, but it's a once in a while treat. Turkey did not used to be expensive, but I guess when you get these fancy cuts, that's what I wanted. So anyway, oh, and bag of taters. So that's it for Food Line and Publix. And that is it for today's Menu Planning Grocery Haul. And I plan on seeing you, I don't really know. I really don't know after the way this week has been. So I'll just see you when I see you.